Good morning. Wow, I love the sunshine. It makes me think it's warm even though it's not. Let's breathe together. Start with your posture and on your back, legs uncrossed. Your bed, the sofa, the floor, the recliner kicked back. Sit in a chair. If you're sitting in a chair, rock side to side on your sit bones. Plant them evenly and firmly, and then your knees at 90 degrees and your feet flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. Now lift your chest and tuck your chin gently back towards your neck, opening that space for the nervous system and the breath and the blood to flow from the brain to the body. And then check your jaw and let it go slack. Hold the muscles of the posture tight to hold the posture in place, and let the other muscles go that aren't needed. And that jaw's just a great place to touch base. And now breathing in through both nostrils with one hand on your belly and one hand on your rib cage, so you can feel your body as it moves with the breath. That checkpoint Charlie, that you're pulling the air all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs, where 90% or so of the blood circulates. And it gives your body the best chance to make that exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. That's a boost to your health. Good. And just breathe in naturally through both nostrils, letting the nose warm and filter and humidify the air, and then exhaling it out, either through your nose or through your mouth, whichever one feels most natural to you. And breathe that natural breath, feeling your body rise on the inhale and lengthen and flatten on the exhale, gently and easily. Good. And now this morning, a few exercises, isometric exercises. Easy and quick and effective. Bring your hands together in front of you and line them up like you were in a prayer position with your hands right at the heart. And now push each hand against the other and feel the muscles tighten, and hold in this position and breathe. And see if you can release tension in the rest of your body that isn't needed as you breathe and push. Such good practice that we do when we practice limiting the tension to the place where it's needed. When you've completed 3 to 5 breaths, release the tension in your hands. Good. And then do it again. Bring your hands back into position at the level of your heart. Inhale, and on an exhale, push. And now hold that push and hold that tension as you breathe. Breathe that natural breath, maintaining the tension in your arms and your hands and letting it go in the rest of your body where it isn't needed. And in the process, you probably notice where you pick up the extra tension. One of the reasons we check the jaw is because that's a real common place for us to pick it up. And when you've completed 3 to 5 natural breaths, holding the tension of your hands, release and let it go. And things have different names. This is basically progressive muscle relaxation, where you tense and release a group of muscles to release the tension. And if you want to do it yourself, you can. When you wake up in the morning or when you go to bed at night, you can work your way from your toes up towards your head, tightening and releasing muscles to let go of tension, and either help you prepare for the day or prepare for sleep. On the next breath, pull the air in and pull it all the way to the top. And at the top, do the 3 sniffs. And then exhale out and let the body lengthen and flatten as the air flows all the way out. And at the bottom, do the 3 puffs. And then do it again. Sniffing at the top, 3 sniffs. Releasing the breath, lengthening and flattening and emptying. And 3 puffs at the bottom. Good. Now continue with the natural breath, with your hands on your body, feeling the body as it moves with the breath. Good. We do some of these exercises every day. It's a reminder to us of how easy it is to do them and how effective they are. Cross your arms and hold on to your elbows loosely with your hands and your bellies resting on your belly button. Now, rotate and move the arms and the shoulders all the way over to the left as you keep your head facing forward. And as you continue to breathe and coordinating the movement with the breath, and then move them all the way over to the right, continuing the natural breath, continuing the face forward, and noticing making you've held your arms down at the belly. Mine automatically raised up because it was easier. Keep them down for the first part. And then for the second part, bring them up to the chest level. Again, lightly holding your elbows face forward and breathing the natural breath as you move the arms and the shoulders all the way to the left and then all the way to the right. And do it several times, continuing to breathe the natural breath. Maybe you hear crunches in the spinal column. It's a good sign. Things are lining up. Good. Now bring the arms up as high as they come comfortably. And again with the face forward and the natural breath, rotate the arms and shoulders all the way to the left and then all the way to the right. And continue holding them up. My tendency is to drop them back down to the chest because it's easier. And what we're doing here is we are innervating and stimulating, releasing tension in the 3 sections of the trapezius. So we want to keep our arms in place, first at the belly, then at the chest, and then at the top, so that we work with all 3 parts of the trapezius. Such a great exercise for improving posture and breath. Has immediate effects, helps with forward head posture. And makes breathing easier. Good. This morning, let's occupy our mind and do the exercise where we start with our index finger right at the base of our pinky finger. Bring your hand up so the palm is facing you and place your index finger at the base of the pinky finger And coordinate movement of your hand with your breath. So you move the index finger up to the top of the pinky finger on an inhale, and then move it down on the exhale. And then the ring finger, inhale it up to the top and move it down. And continue across your hand and just noticing your breath and going at a speed that is appropriate for you. And going all the way down after the index finger and out to the tip of the thumb and down, and then start your way back again. And let the concentration and the movement and the breath occupy your mind and give it a rest from all those wacky thoughts we all have. Oh my God. Keep breathing and moving, and focusing, concentrating. Soft, natural breath through both nostrils and either out through the mouth or out through the nose. You can notice when you're doing this the balance of your breath, and begin to realize that the balance of the breath frequently occurs during the day when emotion occurs or stress occurs, and just become aware of your own breath. And then notice yourself when you're in those situations, to see what your habit is. How do you change your breath? And then adjust and go to your natural breath. Good. And if you want to, add the hum or the whistle to this to amplify the effects, because all the time that we're breathing this breath, we're stimulating and activating and creating vagal tone, so that the effects of our practice here go with us during the day. They don't just last for the 5 to 15 minutes that we do them. They go with us. And so we create that vagal tone. Add the sound if it feels right to you. And keep using your index finger to trace the way across your hand, going to the top of each finger on an inhale and exhaling down, and back to the top on the inhale, and back and forth across your hand as you breathe and hum and concentrate, and give your mind and your body a nice still point, a place to recognize and come back to with this simple exercise. Good. I'll let the birds and bowls play for another minute, and you can continue breathing and singing along. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.